futures Nifty. We are now seeing the futures Nifty. The chart is visible for you. Futures Nifty chart is visible for you. Vadivelu Madre Saravani says yes. How about others? Can you all see the chart? Can you all see the chart? Now we are in the futures Nifty chart. Okay, so you said that our clients are asking how to make money and what are the good levels, find out the levels, all that are answerable now in this presentation. Okay, so all of you have a close look at how the Nifty is behaving. So now we will see. Do you remember I told you how to handle the gap up? So when there is a gap up, so I was just explaining a gap up. Again, I'll explain the gap up before I proceed. I'll just show you how you can handle this gap up. See, whenever there is a gap up, wait for half an hour or if it's required an hour and check whether the market is taking a kind of a new support and resistance. Once we identify the support resistance, wait for the price to break either side. If it is breaking on the upside, it is likely to go up. But in this scenario, what I am showing you that once there is a gap up, wait, and after some time start breaking the lower side, you can go short. So this is how you should play the gap up. Similarly, how will you handle the gap down? Whenever the price is falling, with a big gap from yesterday's price to today, then it is falling. There should be a kind of assessment that whenever there is a big fall or a gap down, and there is a likely chance that it may turn around and start moving up. So when there is a gap up, the fall is a common phenomena, as well as when there is a gap down, going up is also a common phenomena. Okay, now I just explained to you what is gap up, how to handle this. So gap up and gap down. So do you understand how to handle? This is clear? Do you understand gap up and gap down? Gap up and gap down? Okay, good. So I hope all of you are following, right? So let us see how to handle this gap. I'm just taking you to the Nifty chart. So today, if you look into, there is a gap up. This is a gap. Yesterday closed here. The closing at 10,276, right? So it closed here, and next day it opened somewhere here. There is a gap, right? So this is called gap. Now this is the gap, and there is also another view. Then once it breaks here, it may come and close this gap. So closing the gap also on the cards if it starts falling. Okay, so when there is a gap up, how to handle? I'm just showing you how to handle with this small kind of example. Okay, so whenever there is a gap up, morning you can see here, it made a gap up and start moving marginally up, and after that it got stuck in this area. Suppose you are looking this market little later, say about instead of jumping to the market immediately, you can also look at this. This is the gap, right? So wait for say about few minutes, then let it settle down. Once it settled down, we found it's not going above this level. Once it's not going above these levels, there are two ways you can deal it. So wait for the support zone to break, or keep a stop loss above this high of this gap up, and when start falling, you can go short. So today the people who have made money in Nifty is only the sellers. Okay, so you should be able to understand when there is a gap up, it cannot hold on as it is. So when there is a gap up, it's likely to come down to close the gap. That is also quite possible. Now I'm just showing you how this Nifty behaving. Okay, so we will quickly look at how to handle this market for the future. Look at this. I change this to line chart. After this continuous fall, you can see here it is a downtrend, right? So this is a kind of a downtrend. Now if you are looking into Okay. I just remove these lines so it will look clear for you. You can look at this. So it is making a kind of a lower top and start falling, and this is the strong resistance area. I'm just showing you this line chart, then I'll change this into candlesticks also. Now this 10,350 is the immediate resistance as far as intraday is concerned. Okay. Once that is broken, there could be a huge up move. So that's how we look into as far as this line chart is concerned. Then that could be a breakout. So I'm changing this into a kind of a candle chart, and candle chart also says there is a breakout, but whether it will hold on here. So if it is able to hold on and turns up and start moving from next Monday onwards, you can see as there's a huge and big move could happen for another 150 to 200 points. Now the big picture when you look into, so currently after this big rise and this retracement is happening, but the retracement is still holding good as far as the first support level concerned. This 10,000, no, like now this is 10,050 levels, or you can say 10,000. As long as the 10,000 is intact, it can bounce back. திரும்ப வரலாம், 10,000 உடைக்காத வரைக்கும் திரும்ப மேல வரலாம். But on looking to the upside, the important resistance level, this 10,350, is tested today. So they attempted to break it. It broke also, but it's finding it difficult to stay on in that place. If one day market turns up and is able to hold on this level, that is this 10,350, 340 levels, it's able to hold on, not breaking it down, then there is a huge upswing can happen. So that's how we should look into. The big picture is here. Okay, so if I say that the next level is 10,450 and 460 levels. So if that is broken, there is a huge up move can happen. So you must be able to remember that futures Nifty. Okay, futures Nifty. We were talking about 10,450 is the important one. I say it is a hinge point. Okay, I was just saying a hinge point. Once it breaks 10,450, it can go up nicely. If it's not able to break 10,450, it will come down, right? So you must be able to understand that 10,450 is a very important area here. If it breaks Monday, then there will be a huge up move. If it's not able to break, the go hits and comes back and start moving down, this fall can be very, very big. Okay, so that we will have to be alert in the coming days. Whether this 10,450 is broken. If that is broken, we are long. If it's not broken, we should think about going short, right? So now I'm just giving you the important area. I'll change this into hourly chart for our Monday trade, how we can plan. I'm just showing you the hourly chart. Even I change this into 15-minute chart for intraday purpose. When I looked into the way the price is behaving, there's a slope. Okay, so this slope and start falling and is trying to hold on here. Okay, if it's holding on at 10,340, 350 levels here continuously, then market may take a next round of upward momentum. But on the upside, if you look into this falling line, indicates that so it is the trend. It is falling. The trend is falling. So 10,380 could be a resistance for all your short levels, right? So 10,000 here at the bottom, 10,050. On the upside, when you are looking to, it is 10,350. Okay, so that way these two important areas we should work on. Okay. So Nifty is clear. So I can say for Monday trade, the support zone you can take here at 10,335 and 10,375. Okay, I can say futures Bank Nifty, not Bank Nifty, Nifty. So we'll see Nifty, the support is very close, right? So the support is somewhere here. So I take this support, 10,340 levels, but upside once it breaks, maybe 10,375, 380, it is better. So futures Nifty, if you look into, Support is at 10,340. Okay, so even we make it 10,330, and the resistance level, what we see in this triangle kind of a formation, this is the resistance. So once it breaks the resistance of 10,375, okay, so once it breaks 10,375 resistance, I just mark it here 10,375. Once it breaks here, there could be a sharp up move. So this is clear.